the main screen. So if everyone can go ahead and do that really quick. Okay. And I'm going to bring my other phone over to.
I can't see. You want to put it on? You want to put it on? Here you go. Put it on your finger. And rub it where it itches. Bigger than that? No, I don't think so. I think that was more than enough.
Now you guys all know my password. Just kidding. So
I think that's it.
I'm gonna bring up some of her artwork. P.S. Can you guys all hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Okay, cool. All right. Hang on. I'm just gonna go back to my other screen and make sure. Make sure everyone can see it. So I'm going to show you a picture of her. This is her. This is exactly what she looks like. Okay, and this is from 2016. So this is what she looks like pretty much right now. So if she's 91 now, then in this picture she's in her late 80s. I'll show you another picture of her. These photos of her are very they're very with her kind of art. I guess she painted backdrops. To go, it's okay. Yeah, guys, Jackie wants to say hi really quick.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I don't mind. You guys don't mind seeing Jackie, right? All right, I'll show you some more. So, I don't know if you guys have ever heard the word psychedelic before, but her artwork is a little bit psychedelic. So, in the 60s, psychedelic artwork was a thing, and it has to do with brilliant colors like this and imagery like this. So these are mushrooms. So I'll show you another picture of her. Can you find her? Where is she? I'm gonna make it bigger. Oh, I lost her. There she is. There she is. She's such a cool lady. I love her. Let me see if I can find that funny picture that I was just looking at that I thought. Aha! There she is. Look, her outfit matches her background. Okay. Is that her? Yeah, that's her. This is from like 3-4 years ago, like 2016, and she's 91 now. So that's probably what she looks like for the most part. Here's some pumpkins. Yeah. So she has some kind of disorder, like a mental disorder that makes her see all those dots everywhere.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so, but it's funny how the thing that most people would think would hinder her life has helped her. This has been the thing that she's made her living from. So, it's all perspective. Some people would say, wow, that's just awful that she has to live that way, seeing dots everywhere she goes. And then she'll say, no, but if I didn't see all these dots everywhere, I wouldn't be able to make the kind of art that I make, right? So, I just think she's really interesting. I think she's got a good attitude. The fact that she was able to adapt to the disorder that she has. There's more of her art. Those look like disco balls. And so here she is making her art. I'm guessing she probably wears a wig. I don't really know, but I'll show you more of her. She's just so fun. She's really, really fun. So her name is Yayoi Kausuma. Let me see if there's anything else I want to show you. This picture is similar to the one we're going to make today. You guys all saw the picture, I know. So I'll show you that one again before we get started. Here's one of her fish. Hang on. There's her fish. Oh, there she is. She makes these installations. So I was telling you how she had a show in Chelsea, New York that was so packed that people couldn't even get in, and it was around for 3 months. It was an installation. This actually might be it. So it was these mirrors, and I know you can't see it from here, but there's lots and lots and lots of little mirrors. It's kind of like if you had 2 mirrors that face each other, the way you can it just goes on and on forever. It's like infinity. So that's what her show had to do with. And it was an installation. Installation means it's sculpture, although she does painting work, she does sculpture work, she does a little bit of everything. All right, so she can't just be defined as an installation artist. So an installation is you guys ever go to New York City around Christmas time and you look in the windows of like Macy's or any of those stores, they decorate the windows, right? So that's called an installation. Or even in the mall, like if you went to like the mall, you know, you look in the windows of all the stores, they always have installations with like mannequins. So an installation is, it's like a artificial environment. That's the best way I can explain it. So it's like usually involves sculptures and painting. So, all right, guys, so I'm gonna show you our picture from today. And I hope you're interested in Yayoi. I think she's really, really interesting. This is gonna be the picture we're gonna make. So I'm gonna guide you guys through it step by step, okay? I'm gonna just put my camera back. Hang on a second. I gotta just kind of set it up again. Stella, I might need your help. What's going on? Why can't you see me? Hello. Hang on. I have to change my camera around, I think. Hang on. Sorry, guys. Why is this happening? Oh, okay. I got it. Okay. Oh, perfect. Okay, there we are. All right, guys. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So everyone's going to need a pencil. So again, if you haven't already, you're going to want to pin the screen that has the picture with my hands on it. That's the screen you really want to look at, okay? And I'm going to go grab a pencil. I'm sorry, I'm going to grab a marker. You guys just need a pencil. I'm going to use a marker because there's no way you'll be able to see my pencil lines, okay? So hang on, I'll be right back. Okay. All right, guys, I'm just going to change the way I'm sitting too. Oh, Snowy wants to say hi. Say hi, Snowy. He wants to walk through the paints. He says hi. Okay, give me a thumbs up if you're ready to start to draw step by step along with me. All right, cool. So you want your picture horizontal, okay? Horizontal is like, sometimes in school they'll say hamburger, although we use the right words here, so we say horizontal, okay? I'm gonna just start drawing along with you. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna draw our flower. So the flower is gonna be pretty big. It's gonna be towards the center and towards the right a little bit. So I'm just gonna start and then you guys can just jump along with me when you're ready, okay? And we'll just do it like step by step. So this is a petal. So I'm just starting with one petal. It doesn't look like much right now, okay? So now my next petal, this petal kind of overlaps in front of it. So I'll show you what I mean by that. So I'm gonna start it around here. I'm gonna take it and it goes like this. It kind of makes like a C shape, okay? And then it gets a little bit wide. It gets wider. Okay, I know it doesn't look like anything yet. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I am gonna draw my next petal. They're all kind of overlapping a little bit. Okay, and then we need another one over here. Starts around right here. Okay, so I have that so far. It looks like it looks like legs or something. It doesn't even look like anything yet. That's all right. So once you have that, just give me a thumbs up. All right. Okay, I'm just gonna wait like one more second. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna get started with the next thing. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make the little pollen things coming out of the center. I don't know, I forgot what they're called. Pollen things. That's not really what they're called. Okay, they look like that. All right. So This one's gonna kind of stand straight up. And it's got this funny shape. I'm just kind of going along with Yayoi's painting. So, and now I'm gonna make another one kind of coming out of this one. So the flower is like the most important thing in this picture. Okay, and then we're gonna make 3 more on the other side. All right, so there's another one. Okay, I'm gonna do another one right next to it. Okay, and one more. Okay. And then once you have the center part, just give me a thumbs up so I know. All right, this is a little bit complicated. I'm gonna do it with you even though it's a little complicated, all right? Actually, never mind, I'm not gonna do what I thought about doing. All right, so we're gonna leave well enough alone here because it looks really good. All right, so starting from this stem, this leaf petal, this petal here, we're gonna make the stem coming out, all right? And it goes kind of diagonal towards the left corner of the page. Okay? So we got that. And we're gonna make one more stem. So we're gonna start that stem a little bit above the other one. It's not as long, it goes to about here. And the flower we're gonna draw now is gonna go up in here. So I'll show that in just like a second. Give me a thumbs up if you're ready to draw the other flower with me. Okay, great. We're not gonna put a ton of detail in these flowers. They don't look that spectacular yet because we haven't added the detail. We're gonna paint in the detail. So I'm just gonna go ahead and draw the shape of this. And it's not that impressive. It doesn't really look like much yet, but it will. So that's the shape. It's kind of like an upside down bell. And that's all the drawing we're gonna do. So as soon as you have that flower, we're gonna start to set up our palette. Okay, and I'll guide you with that, how we're gonna do it. And do you guys mind showing me? Oh my goodness, I just saw Gabriel. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. Gabriel, are you there? Hey, Gabriel. I'm so sorry. I just want to tell you I'm real sorry because I was at the other computer showing them the artists and I didn't see that you were in the waiting room. We just got started. So we're learning about Yayoi Kausuma. So she is a Japanese artist. She's super popular. She's still alive. She's 91. And we're going to be making a painting in her style. We just did the drawing part here. So you didn't really miss too much. So Gabe, you could just use a pencil. I used a marker because I want you guys to be able to see and the camera's not that great. So what you can do is you could go ahead and draw this out. The most important thing to know is that the flower is huge. Like it's bigger than my hand. Okay. So, you can go ahead and start to draw that out. All right. The rest of you guys, we're gonna set up our palette. All right. So do you guys all have like a paint palette of some kind? You do, right? All right. I'm gonna tell you what colors we're gonna need. So we're gonna need a black. We're gonna need a red, like a bright red. We're gonna need yellow. We're gonna need like a light green. Okay. A tiny bit of blue. You don't need much at all. A tiny bit of orange. Okay. And that should be it. So I'm gonna go get those colors too. I actually,
Wait, can you please say that again, please?
sure. So you're gonna need black, you're going to need red, you're gonna need a light green, you need a little tiny bit of light blue, yellow, orange, and that is it. Okay? I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go grab those colors myself. I don't have them right here, so I need to go grab them. Is she trying to nurse you? No. Oh no. She's very strong too. She'll go and pull that thing right off of you. Okay, I am back. So I'll just show you what I have here so far is from the class that I taught right before this one, okay? One more thing, if you have some white, you should grab some white too. So just kind of ignore this. I know it looks like a big mess. I just don't want to use an additional piece of paper because I try to just save resources when I can. So I got my black. And let's see, I definitely need more yellow. Okay, and I need some red. Yeah, so ignore these because these aren't really the right colors. We need a good amount of red. You could do like 2 squeezes of red if you want to. Okay. And we need a light green. Hang on, I'm gonna go grab that. Okay, and we need a little tiny bit of blue, the tiniest bit. Don't need much at all, okay? I do need some white, a little tiny bit. And I already have some orange from my last class, so I'm not gonna put out more orange. And I think I got them all. Okay. So, you know what I want to do, guys? I want to dump my water really fast. It's still dirty from my last class. I'm going to take 2 seconds and go dump my water. I'll be right back. I went to the chiropractor between classes, yeah. Okay. So I'm just organizing my space a little bit before we start. I just want to make sure I don't have anything here that I don't need because that aggravates me. Okay.
What brushes do we need?
Good question. Okay, so you're gonna want like one bigger brush. This is like a bigger to medium sized brush. I know it's hard to tell. It's not a skinny brush, so it's like a little bit on the fatter side. So you want one like that. And you can also have a real skinny one like this. So you really just need those 2. I have these extra ones here just because I always have extras, but so just a bigger brush and a real thin detail-y brush. Okay, and then you are going to need a bunch of Q-tips, maybe like 5. Okay, we don't need the Q-tips just yet. We'll need them later. All right. Gabriel, I just want to check in with you before we start. How are you, and were you able to do the drawing? Just checking in. I can't really see it. I'm sorry. It's like there's a box. Okay. All right. Good, good, good. So, Gabriel, did you hear about like the paint colors that you needed? All right. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. All right. We're gonna use our biggest brush, and I'm gonna show you how to mix the color that we're gonna mix. So everyone has black and red, correct? So you're gonna take like one pile of your red, okay? Just like one scoop of red, okay? Because remember I made like 2 piles, okay? And I'm gonna mix that with all the black. And what you should get is a very, very, very deep maroon color. Okay, so everyone go ahead and mix that color. And just give me a thumbs up once you get it. Okay, awesome. Now, did it come out like a maroon for you, Vivian? It did, right? Okay. Okay, it didn't come out maroon for you, Lila? What color did it come out? You want to show me? It should be like a very, very, very dark red.
It's just black, no matter how much red I add.
Can I check it out? Can you show me? You know what? I'm gonna have you use it anyway. Okay, it's gonna be perfect. So it'll still work. All right, darker is just fine. Okay. All right, guys. So I'm gonna show you guys how we're gonna get started with this step. Okay, so this is an easy step. We're gonna be painting just our background with this step. Now you guys know my rule of thumb. Use your big brush for the bigger areas, but use your skinny brush, the detail-y brush, for going, you know, next to any kind of line. So we're just kind of blocking in the color. Yeah, it's this brush will be very difficult to get any kind of detail with. And you can continually add water to your paint to make it smoother, to make it spreadable, I should say. So this is a faster part. So again, I'm just kind of blocking in the areas with paint.
I know that.
Okay, so I just blocked in the color on this one. So now I'm going to use my real skinny brush and I'm going to go up to my edges, okay? So don't rush, take your time. And it's a perfect rainy day, isn't it? Rainy days are the best days for making art because really, like, what else are you going to do, right? You have to make the best of your time, right? Especially while we're home like this. I don't know if it's raining by you guys. We're having a little shower over here right now. I'm in Rocky Point. Sometimes it rains in one area, but not in others.
What's the matter with the baby? What's the matter with the? What's the matter with the?
Have you guys had any word yet on when the last day of school is going to be now? I know they changed it. Nothing yet.
My last day of school is gonna be next Friday.
Wow, that's soon, huh? That's cool. Because I know you guys work through Easter break, right? Yes, Drew.
My last, technically for my school it goes until the 26th, but they're stopping like real online learning. Like they're making it much easier past the 19th.
Oh, okay. All right. I guess every school is doing things a little differently. Well, I hope you guys think about joining me this summer for some online art classes. I have a lot, and my husband, Stelios, you guys know Stelios from the studio probably. He's going to be teaching some really neat ones too. We have our fan art class, so we're going to be painting step-by-step characters from like DC and Marvel. And then we have a lot of adult classes that I'm opening up to tweens and teens as well. Which we wouldn't normally do in a regular setting because people usually do like to be with their age group. But, you know, when we're working online like this, it doesn't matter. So, and I think you guys could keep up. So I have a lot of really, really fun offerings. I have a couple different animal painting classes. I also have a class where we paint plants. I have a lot of different ones. We have a landscape painting class. Lots of stuff on there. So when you get some time, definitely check it out. Next week's already the last week of this class. Can you believe it? We're in week 6. But even if you're not able to commit for summer, that's all right. We're still going to be offering free classes here and there through our Facebook page. So always tune in there. And by the way, just so you guys know, if your parent wants to do the class with you, that's fine. So if you sign up for something and you guys want to make it like parent and me style, because in our other classes, sometimes that happens, like in Zoom, that's always cool with me. Or if your parent wants to like follow along, that's also cool. So these are just some things. You can get 2 for the price of 1. And I'm just getting the last steps here. But you guys take your time. All right, so here's a tip for you. When you're doing the detail-y stuff, sometimes it comes out a little bit lighter than the rest of the stuff you did with the thicker, fatter brush. So what you might do is also do like a second coat. We have time, so if you want to do like a second coat on the areas that came out lighter, you can go ahead and do that. So I'm not in any kind of rush. We just take our time. I'm noticing a lot of spots on mine. You want to be like a spot detective. So it's kind of going, and again, I'm looking for like little spots that came out lighter than other places, and we're going to go over those. Make them nice and dark, or opaque is the word.
Did this artist purposely draw dots on her artwork, or was that just what she saw?
Yeah, I think it's on purpose. So she has mental illness. So because of her mental illness, she sees these dots, and I think that she had the idea that she would paint how she sees with the dots. Because one thing I know about her is she didn't always have mental illness. At some point, she was just a regular person, you know, like you or I. But as she got older in life, she started to have some issues, probably like in the past 30 years or so. That's when it started happening. So, but I'm thinking it's intentional. I think she does it on purpose. And it definitely makes her art unique and fun. You've never seen anything like it, I'm sure. So she's very interesting. And that was a great question, Lila. I'll be right back, you friends, okay? 2 seconds. You know what I wanted to tell you for like the past week? You know that show Crazy Ex-Girlfriend? I had a dream that I was married to Josh.
He's so stupid though.
I know. Yeah, he's not very bright. And you know how he's online, they're like, don't be a Karen. Like that's like what people say now, like a Karen is like a nasty woman or whatever. It's like everywhere all over Facebook. Oh, I ran into this real Karen today. Yeah.
What show is
it's just an arbitrary name. I think it's from that show. There's a girl that is in she works in the place with them, and her name is Karen. I'm like, she's a Karen. It's Barbie from the show. So what is it? What's the matter? Who's that? Did you miss the mama? Did you? What's that? She's like the super mommy. That's what she's doing. They're learning about that artist Yayoi Kausuma, but they're doing the painting stuff. I'm gonna go check that. She has a weight check tomorrow.
Ooh.
I think she's gonna make weight this time.
What is she, a wrestler?
Yeah, right. Okay, guys, I'm back. So can you guys show me where you're at? All right. Great job, you guys. Vivian, you want to show me? Okay, perfect, Gabe. All right, perfect. You really caught up. That's great. You're perfect, right in step. Awesome, everyone. So everyone is done painting with this step, correct? Do you want to give me a thumbs up so I know? No, not yet. Okay, so you know what? I'm going to talk to you guys about how to prepare some of the colors we're going to use next, okay? So what we're going to be doing is you're going to use your thin brush, okay? And you're going to take some of your red here, like a scoop of red, and what you're going to do is you're going to make like a pile with it, but add a lot of water to it, like a ton of water, okay? And we'll also add a little tiny touch of white to it, so it's going to make it more pinky, okay? Maybe a little bit more. I don't know if you guys can see the color changing color or not. I know it's hard to see on the screen. So it's like a lot lighter. It's like a pinky pink now. So just give me a thumbs up once you get your pinky pink color so I know. All right, awesome. Perfect. Okay, Lila. Lila, you have a question?
Yeah. I don't have white because I ran out of it. Like.
Oh, okay. All right. If you don't have white, that's okay. So what you can do is just add a lot of water to it, and it should turn pink. So you're not going to use it really thick because it'll be red if you use it thick. But if you add like a ton of water to it, you'll get like a nice translucent pink. So you can also do that. Okay, so you guys have your pink. Give me a thumbs up if you have it, so I know. All right, so I'm gonna get started with this step, you friends, okay? So just follow along with me here, okay? So what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna work on this leaf. So we all have 4 leaves. It's the second one, okay? So just so you know which one we're on. All right, so what you're gonna do first is you're gonna use your thin brush, and you're gonna make a very, 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 very thin line down the center. Can you even see that? There it is. Okay. And then what you're gonna do next, I'm gonna hold it up here so you guys can see. You're gonna make 2 squiggly lines, so one on either side. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna fill in the white part on the sides. There it is. I'll be right back. Are you looking at your phone?
Yeah.
Oh, are you showing her old pictures?
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Yes, she is. I asked her who it was. She didn't know it was us. Oh, look at you. I was so happy because I just had my first baby. And my first baby was so special. And that was you too.
Okay, guys, I'm back. So we're going to be doing something similar to this on each of our petals, okay? So again, just show you what we did there. So like you see the center is white, okay, and it has that line. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to kind of do them along with you. I'm going to move over to the first one that's over here, okay? First thing I'm going to do is make that line down the center. Kind of starts towards the top. It's very, 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 very thin. Okay, I actually don't even have a brush that's thin enough to really get it how thin it should be. And again, it's like those wavy lines on the sides. So like super wavy, we got that one. And then there's gonna be another one over on this side. And it kind of ends right there. It doesn't even go up the whole thing. So I didn't really do that part up there. Okay, and I'm gonna paint along with you. It has to do with the angle of the flower. I'm gonna guess that Yayoi probably looked at real flowers when she made this picture. And I'm looking at Yayoi's picture to figure out how to make it. So it's a little bit of a different experience to paint this way. So I think she painted from, or paints from real life. Okay. So this one has a lot of white in the middle still. Okay. And I'm going to move over to the one that's over here now, the third one. Okay. And it's really like the same idea again. Start up here. Up, the sun's out again. So again, you get the squiggle lines on the side. And they're kind of like very organic looking shapes. Okay, so I did that third one, and now I'm going to do my very last one. So again, same thing. It's that line going down the center, very thin line. Okay, and looks like the wavy part starts kind of where this part of the flower is over here. And then it's not even on the other side in this one. Okay. And then just give me a thumbs up once you have the pink parts that we just did, just so I know where you guys are at. How are you doing, Gabe?
Good.
Great. So here's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to add a bunch of water to this pink pile over here. So I could even just kind of pull it over separately like I just did. Add a lot of water to it. It's going to make it like watercolor. So the cool thing about working with acrylic paints is it has the ability to mimic other kinds of paints, okay? So it can mimic or pretend to be watercolor paint, or you can also use it in a very thick and heavy way, and it starts to resemble oil color. Or you can use a lot of white with it, and then it resembles something called gouache, which is really similar to tempera paint. So it's kind of like a chameleon kind of paint. It does this thing where the way that you use it, you can change how it, how it looks ultimately on your picture. All right. So now I'm gonna go watch what I'm gonna do here. This should come out a bit lighter. That's even too dark. It should come out kind of very watery and light. Okay, good. You see how that's how it came out like super watery there. Like it's barely even there, right? Hey, no, no, no. Sorry, guys. Snowy tried to walk in my paint. Okay. So I'm going to do it again. Add a lot of water to it in this one. And I'm going to add some in here. So do you guys see how it's lighter? It's because of all the water. So like if it came out too dark, just immediately add like a lot of water to it. And then just let me know once you've done that. Give me a thumbs up so I know. All right. We're gonna give everyone a second. Let them catch up. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and show you guys what to do next. So what you can do is go into your straight red here, make another little pile, add a bunch of water to it. And with that red, what you're gonna do is you're gonna make little tiny dots. I know that's like impossible to see, but you're gonna make little tiny dots with your thin brush all around the inside layer here. Do you guys see that? So they're just teeny tiny dots and they go in that very, very watercolory area that you made.
I'm having a hard time making it watery enough.
Okay, if it doesn't come out super watery, you could try applying it really, really super thin, Gabe. So you could try that. And you know, if it comes out dark, it comes out dark. It's no big deal. All right. So you guys see the little tiny dots I'm making? I just want to make sure you guys can really see what I'm doing. I know you can't see. Do you guys see though what I'm doing there? I just want to make sure you guys are all in step. So I'm just going around making little tiny dots. This is a fun part, isn't it? And I'm going to move on to my last petal. All right. Just give me a thumbs up once you've put the little tiny dots inside of the lily. All right, good, Lila. All right, good, Vivian. Okay, great, Drew. All right, great. I want to call you Miss Marquis de Lafayette. That's funny, Fiona. All right. And Gabe, how are you? Great. I'm going to show you guys what we're going to do next, okay? We're going to use our thin brush. You want to dip it in the water a lot so that you get rid of all the color that was in there. Grab your paper towel and just wipe your brush really well. You don't have to be doing this yet. I'm just going to move forward so you guys can see the next thing. It's really easy. This is a 1, 2, 3 thing. I'm just dipping now in my yellow paint here, okay? And each of the little stems in the center, I'm going to paint them in yellow. Okay. And I'll just tell you a little bit about the next step. So the same way that you made little tiny pink dots inside of your lily, you're gonna make little tiny blue dots inside of the little stem parts. So I'll show you what I mean by that. I'm gonna add a bunch of water to my blue to make it very liquidy and very spreadable. Okay. And I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna zoom in really quick to show you how to do this. So I hope you guys are able to see. So I'm just going and I'm putting little tiny blue dots. So it's all about the dots with Yayoi Kausuma. Okay. So I know it's still probably very hard to see, but I just filled that little white thing with dots. You're gonna do that with all of them with the light blue. All right, guys, I'm actually just gonna run to the bathroom super fast. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. All right, just checking in to see how you guys did. Did everyone do all the blue dots already? Yeah, okay, cool. All right. Okay, we're gonna move on to the next flower. Okay, so you guys should still have some of that light pink puddle that you made that we were using like watercolor, right? So that same puddle, you can add a little bit more water to it, okay? And what we're gonna do with that is we're gonna put it toward the bottom of this plant over here. I think this is also a lily. I'm gonna add some more water to it. It's supposed to be like super light. Okay, and it should go about halfway up and then just kind of stops. Okay. After you get that, guys, we're going to paint the stems green. You can just paint them solid green. Always add a little tiny bit of water to your brush. Okay, so I just painted my 2 stems green. And we're going to wait to fill in the rest of the flower here. After you've done the green, you're gonna go grab your Q-tips, okay? I'm just grabbing 3, might not really need 3. And just give me a wave if you're actually even up to this yet. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Can I just actually see how everyone did so far? Can you guys show me your pictures? Can everyone show me? All right, great progress, Fiona. Oh, perfect, Lila. Okay, great, Vivian. Awesome. All right, Drew. Awesome, perfect. All right, and Gabe, did you want to show me? It's okay if you don't.
I can't.
You're having trouble with your camera?
No, I can't right now because I'm still painting the stems and they're kind of wet.
Okay, no problem at all. Okay, here's what we're gonna do, guys. You want your big brush, okay? You're gonna wash it off inside your water cup, get all the paint color out of it, okay? That's important. And here's what you guys are gonna do. You should still have a substantial amount of red left. So you're gonna take that, all that red, the whole thing. Now, you should also have some orange because we put out orange earlier. You're gonna mix that with the red. And it should make an orangey red. You can even add some yellow to it if it doesn't really change it. I just added some yellow to mine to make it a little bit more on the orangey side. Hello? Okay. Okay. And you want like a thick pile of it. So it's like, it kind of came out more like an orangey red. So I added some yellow to it and I added some orange to it. I think I'll even add some more yellow to it. So it's a little bit more on the orangey side, but still a red, right? And I'm just kind of using her painting to figure this out right now. Okay, so this part should take us a while. It's a really fun part, okay? What you're gonna be doing is you're gonna be dipping, going back and forth. You don't wanna get sloppy with this, okay? You wanna do it, you know, you really wanna think about what you're doing as you do it. But what you're doing is you're pressing little dots in your entire background, okay? So you see I started. You want them super close together. This should take you a good amount of time to do. So as soon as you're ready, you can get started with this. And again, neatness really counts here. So you just want to make sure you're working as neat as you can. And if you're Q-tip is starting to get frayed like mine is, you could switch it to the other side. You might end up needing more Q-tips than we originally planned. It's no big deal. So you just grab more as you need. But as soon as it starts to get a little bit frayed, that's when you know you need to go and get yourself a new Q-tip or use the other side of it.
You want to stop, but why are you doing it? It's not stopping.
Like this morning, I picked you up, right? And I put you on the toilet. And you said you were got up and wearing your pants.
And it also might be that you need more paint as we go along. You might say, oh, well, my pile's getting really thin and I might need more paint. So that's fine if you need to grab more or mix more. Did she have another accident?
So the couch is wet.
When was the last time you went to the bathroom, Jack? Okay, I want you to try to go now. Grandma will go too. Come on. I put you on a schedule. Every 2 hours, you gotta say, Jackie, gotta go into the bathroom. Just keep an eye on. Sure.
Yes, you want the dots super close together. And I don't think she actually used Q-tips in her real painting. I'm pretty sure she, it actually might even be a digital painting. She might work digitally. I'll find out from Stelios. He's like an art historian. He knows everything about every artist, so I'll find out. Stel, does she use computer to make her art too?
Who?
Yayoi Kausuma?
As far as I know, she's all handmade. She does
Because
stuff with
doesn't this one
mirrors.
look digital?
No, that's all hand done.
This stuff too? That looks hand
Yeah,
done?
those are all dots with the black background.
All right. My art historian husband says that it is hand done. She hand paints it.
And I think she lives in Japan and just paints all day.
Yeah, so she, we think she lives in Japan. She lives in like an institution in Japan and just paints all day. And that's kind of recent, because up until like 2 years ago, she was still having exhibits. So, you know, it's sad, but she is also getting older. She is 91. So maybe she's just kind of winding down. But it's great that she still makes art. You know, she doesn't let anything stop her. I'm inspired by that.
Look, Yayoi Kausuma took a hole out of my sock for painting.
That's funny.
Well, I'm here with baby Maya. Go find your underwear. I got a meatball and some spaghetti. Go ahead. I know you do. Go get your underwear.
So this should be very time consuming. This will take most of the rest of class, I think. And then there's like 1 or 2 more things to do once we're done with this step. And then we'll really be finished.
Are we gonna go overtime?
I don't think so. I think we'll end right on time today.
What time does this class end?
It's supposed to end at 5:30, so there's like another 20 minutes.
I can't talk to any babysitting.
So I enjoy little tedious things like this, like making dots. To me, it's very freeing. It's you just kind of let your mind wander. You kind of go into daydreaming. I know it's weird to do that on a screen, but we're all getting used to the screen thing, and everyone's doing great. Vivian, what town are you from? I don't think she heard me. I was going to ask you, Vivian, what town are you from?
Georgia.
Oh, okay. Do you go to the middle school? Do you have Mrs. Schumann?
Yeah.
She's great, isn't she? That's
Yeah.
wonderful. All right. I just like to get to know everyone, that's all. And I hope I keep seeing you.
You want some spaghetti meatballs?
Well, that's okay. I didn't bring that much, Jackie. There was only one big meatball, so I just cut it into smaller pieces.
Over here, it just stopped raining.
Oh, that's weird. So it's over where I am. It stopped raining like a half an hour ago, and now it's like a beautiful day out, and I can't wait to take a walk. Now I feel inspired to like get outside afterwards. Isn't it funny how the weather changes your mood? I'm always like blown away by that.
So I don't know what else she wants. I gave her a lot to eat.
Yeah,
That's good though. What's that?
this morning I was feeling like so happy
Oh yeah?
outside and it was raining.
Uh-huh. So you
And
like
all
the
this-
rain?
Like, ugh.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the weather can do that to us. It's funny. It's a very funny thing, that weather. Yeah, so just keep doing with your dots. How's everyone doing? Are you guys about halfway done? Or not even, right? More or less?
Less.
Okay, no problem.
Does it last a while or do you go get it? Right, okay, so I'll just carry it over.
Let me show you where I'm at. I'm like halfway done. I'm actually gonna pour more paint because I'm running out.
Good till, January 2021.
Oh, okay, that particular one. This one was refrigerated, but that's okay, I'm sure it is. I'm sure also you guys.
Yes, I just made another pile of paint, and that was like the trick. So it's like a lot thicker now, and it's easier for me to use the little Q-tip. So I'm kind of going over some areas again that
wasn't crazy about before. You can also play with like not pressing the Q-tip as hard. If you don't press it that hard, the dots come out smaller.
Yeah, Saturday afternoon was really long. We were allowed to go and put the anchor down in one code.
Now, Yayoi would use a paintbrush for this.
Oh, messy. Well, I don't think the spaghetti's messy. I think the sauce is messy. Yeah, I wish I had more to bring you. That's all Grandma had. She did a lot of running around today. She wasn't cooking. She wasn't cooking.
Did you eat breakfast?
I had a little bit of breakfast, and I had some of the same soup that I just made to make the split pea soup.
What was your
My little bit of breakfast, I had some oatmeal, and I had,
Okay, I am halfway done now. Boy, this is taking a while.
can I make you oatmeal sometime? I bet you like Grandma's oatmeal. Maybe Grandma will sleep over here and she'll cook for you. Yes.
I'm about halfway done now.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so you guys are right on track. You can kind of make a game out of it too. Like, try to beat your time. Okay, I'm gonna beat this section in 5 minutes or something, you know. Don't think of it as a chore.
How about over the summer? Once it gets really nice and hot, and we can walk down to the beach. Fruit snack. Uh-oh, Grandma's gonna have to stock up on fruit snack. I know you do. Foodie. I love it, but it makes me fat. I don't eat too much of it. I eat a little bit. Oh, and Celios, I made, this is stretching this morning, some of the banana nut muffins. Yeah. Sure. Okay. Yeah. Well, maybe Dad wants one.
So you might notice some of your dots are coming out darker red than others. That's okay. We did a project like this, didn't we? We did the self-portrait in the style of Roy Lichtenstein, I remember. I'm like, I think I did something like this with this group. But it's a different project. But it's fun to use unusual art supplies sometimes. You know, real artists use all different types of supplies. You know, sometimes I've painted on like driftwood that I found at the beach. Artists use like a lot of different things for supplies. A lot of times it's like found objects. A lot of artists are also environmentalists, so they don't want to buy things, so they'll use like recycled items for their art. So really, like, there's no rules with that. Right now, you know, you guys are young, you have to follow what your teachers show you in school, but when you're really making your art in real life, you really have freedom. There's nothing you can and can't do. There's no rules to it. It's not like music where there's, you know, we have a couple little rules here and there, but it's not the same.
Ice cream's got a lot of sugar. A lot of sugar.
You said they like recycled stuff.
Yeah, a lot of artists do. So if you're interested in that, you can look up found object sculpture, and you can see some of the things that artists have used to make art. You know, a lot of things that people throw away are things that can be used for art. Like, I'll give you an example. I used to collect the caps from those squeezies. You know the squeezies that you get? They have like yogurt in them or whatever, and you squeeze it in your mouth. So I had all my friends collecting the caps from those because they're so pretty and colorful. You know the ones, right? They're round and big and plastic. So I was taking up a collection of those, and I have like probably like 10,000 of them or something. I have them in boxes in my basement. And I've always had this idea that I would make a sculpture using them. That, like, I mean, I'm not really a sculpture artist. It's not really my forte area, but maybe someone else will want to use them for that. Or, you know, I'm holding on to them because one day I'll get an idea to use them. But I had an idea to like make a sculpture maybe outside of our brand new studio that we now have in Rocky Point, or, you know. So, but yeah, like, so that's an example. Like, I would use them to make like a mural or a sculpture or do something with it. Like, maybe use like chicken wire as an armature. I don't know. But that's just an example. Normally during the summer, we do a found object art camp too, where we use all different weird found objects to make sculptures. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do that this year because we're only doing virtual. But if you're interested in that, it's called found object sculpture, and I highly recommend playing with found object sculpture. Okay, just finished mine. I'm going to go around and look for areas where my dots came out really light and maybe add some more dots. Okay. How are you guys doing? Are you guys more than halfway done? Do you guys want to show me? You want to just point your camera really quick? All right, getting there. Okay, perfect. All right. Yep, getting there. Everyone's getting there. All right, cool. So you guys can work for another minute on this. I'm going to show you some of our last steps, okay? So you guys, I'll let you know when to look up at me.
Yeah, give me the remotes. Give me the remotes and I'll see if I can find something. I think there was, were they over there?
Okay. So if you guys just want to look up at me, I'm just going to show you the finishing steps for our project. Stella, can you cameraman for me for a second?
Yes.
I'll have Stelios come over, and this way he can zoom in because it's going to be hard to see otherwise.
Zoom in.
Yeah, he's going to kazoom in like Yayoi Kausuma. Ha 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 ha.
That was fun.
Okay, so I'm going to be painting here. So guys, we're going to be painting on the, and you don't have to be doing this yet, I just want to show you. We're going to be painting on the other lily. You're just going to be using straight yellow. You might want to add a little bit of water to it, so just to dilute it a little bit. And what we're going to do, I'll just show you, I'm doing it the way that she did it. So I'm just using her picture as like my inspiration here. So she has this first line here, and it's kind of curly. Okay, so that's the first line. My yellow isn't showing up well over the pink, but that's okay. Okay, I'm gonna do my next line here.
There they are. Dad put them up here. We thought you were done with the TV.
Okay, and I'm gonna continue. Got another line that starts around here. Okay, and there's one last one, right? I'm like, am I looking at this right? It kind of starts here and it ends up with this one here. And if yours is different, that's okay. So I'm just like adding a little bit of paint here because I want to actually see the yellow. Okay, so that plant is done. There's one more step, guys. Inside of the stems for your plants, you're gonna add little tiny yellow dots. Okay, so what you'll do is use your thin brush, and I just want to show you inside the stem really quick. What's that? Oh no, I think I'm okay. All right, so I'll just show you. You know what? Actually, that is a good idea. I have some white here. You might want to mix a little bit of white with your yellow. This way it shows up on top of the green. That's what I just did. Oh. Okay. That's better. You were right. And what I'm doing is I'm just putting little tiny dots inside of my green here.
And the Netflix is and then there's E is F. No C.
I'm having trouble getting the dots as skinny and little as I want them, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. And that is it. I'm going to stay on with you guys for a few minutes and see how I can help you with anything if you need some help.
I'm done. Should I leave?
Let me see your picture. Beautiful, Lila. All right, Lila. Yes, you can go. Can you just make sure you send me a picture of your picture later? Just send right to my email, okay? And we'll see you next week for the last week. Yeah, so before you go, just show me what you're doing, okay? All right, Drew, you want to show me? Ooh, beautiful. Perfect.
Well,
So, Drew, take care, Lila. Drew, make sure you send me a picture of that, okay? And we'll see you next week.
Very cool.
All right? Okay, let's see who's next. Gabriel. Hey, Gabe. Oh, that came out great. All right. Again, make sure you send me a picture of it, okay? And I'll post it on Facebook. And we'll see you next week, all right? All right, Vivian. All right, perfect. All right, you're all set. And make sure you send me a picture. You can send it right to my email if you can, or have your mom help you. You should have my email because that's how I sent you the Zoom info. And maybe I'll see you next week, okay? Bye, Vivian. All right, Fiona, you want to show me? All right. So Fiona, it's up to you if you want to finish up on your own or if you want to stay on the camera with me. You just have a little tiny bit to go. What do you want to do?
I'll finish up. I'll go and I'll finish up.
Okay, make sure you take a picture of it and send it right to my email, okay?
Okay.
And we'll see you next week, okay, for the last week.
Okay.
Bye,
Bye.
Fiona.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, I'm going to end the meeting.
Okay.